All right. So anyway, we just got done watching the Mario movie, guys, and we're to talk to you about some things. Good movie, but we gotta cook it a little bit. Fuck, fuck it, we gotta cook this shit. So, Spicy, you want to start a little bit?
Number one, Brooklyn is gone. It's just the huge financial crisis just happens. Everyone's dumber than a box of rocks. Just a horrible, horrible situation, and we're just blowing it over. It's just what? What even?
Yeah,
Like,
and like some people might say, you know, hey, it's a kids movie. It doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up. If you say that, shut the
we
fuck
are
up.
here to ruin your favorite movie. That is the point
Yeah,
of this channel. If you
yeah,
don't like it, click off. No, don't.
yeah.
Please watch our stuff. It's good.
No, bro. Click off, you Marvel fan. Anyway,
Hey, I'm a Marvel fan.
you MCU fan. Sorry.
No, we don't like those. No, 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 no.
Yeah, we don't like them MCU,
Yeah,
but
we don't need your
so
views.
so so spicy, right?
Yo,
Okay, so pipe system gone. The electricity
yeah,
grid gone. Grandma in the hospital. She on life support gone. Little Timmy
yeah, yeah.
was
Let's
just
talk about
without.
something here. So, real quick, the pipe system was already fucked in the beginning of the movie, right? They're there hanging on to this pipe, and this valve is quite important, right? All they had to do was turn it. No, instead they break the damn pipe, so it now just flows into the rest of the sewer. You know who's gonna have to go down there and fix that? Probably nobody, because I don't see a good way of them fixing that pipe. They just broke it. Everything was getting flooded at first, and they're like, "Oh, the water's going away. Wait, how do we get water back?" It's like,
Oh no!
so it's
Like
already,
this,
yeah.
literally a guy who puts the manhole back on the thing and says, "Oh, it's okay," and dies. Like,
Okay, one, that guy was just fired immediately. I'd fire him on the spot. Like, don't worry, guys, watch this. Puts his foot on the like the manhole cover that's spewing water. I fixed it. Yeah, as soon as I hear you say fix, you're off the team. Get out of here.
bro, yeah, bro, like that, like, the sewer system's already messed up. All of this takes place in between. So it's night in time. I think works a little differently in the Mushroom Kingdom compared to
Mm-hmm.
New York. Because I didn't even think about this till we started doing the shit. Fucking, it's morning in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we were just having the wedding, unless in the Mushroom Kingdom it is daytime when it's night, and then whenever it starts heading into night, it starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when they first go in, it's nighttime, right? They literally just got off work for the
They
day,
wouldn't. Yeah,
and then
they.
they go out to say whatever, and then they go into the pipe, and it's like, oh, in the Mushroom Kingdom, good morning, like,
Yeah, everything's going well. They're having like a political meeting, and Mario's able to get a whole day of training in. So Mario and Luigi just went missing for 2 fucking days. So like their dad's probably thinking like, "Motherfucker, these guys just left with the bag." They were
yeah, they
disgraced.
live at that house, and guess what? Spoilers, if anyone wanted to know, like, they literally, what is it, 2 days, right? Of
Yeah,
not seeing their own two boys, like literally two empty ass chairs near the end. They're like, oh boy, food. It's like, where are my sons?
yeah.
They're gone for 2 days.
Like and I could kind of like Mario and Luigi very evidently in this film don't look like the types of guys to run the roads. Motherfucker is playing Kid Icarus on the NES. I think we're good. You know what I mean? Hey,
Yeah.
no. That was a nice reference too. Like I'll give him that. It's funny reference, Kid Icarus, blah blah, right? And some other references. But then we go to the Mushroom Kingdom. We have that time skip. Princess Peach invites Mario on the most important mission And then this guy just busted down into the Capitol, fucking went up to the Prime Minister and basically just said, like, lol, I want my brother back, please.
And lol, I'm the same species as you, admire me. It's like, oh my god, you're right. It's
Yo, like if I went to the Capitol when Obama was in the White House, I'd be like, we're both black. Help me out.
okay.
Oh,
Okay, bud.
you'd be like, all right.
Yep. There it is. There's the comparison, you guys. Gotta love it.
Speaking of black people, now we go to Kong.
Finish the sentence. What?
Speaking of Obama, now we go to Donkey Kong.
What the man? It's 2 a.m. here. I don't want to hear none of. I'm just here to talk about the Mario movie.
Bruh, this is on my channel. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'm not associated with it.
Don't worry. I'll just put your link in the description. No one will know.
I'm just visiting.
He's just a foreign
Yeah,
exchange
anyway.
student. He doesn't know shit.
Yeah, I actually just don't.
So,
Alright,
so they go to Kong City, right? Tell them about the freaking battle, bro. Like this battle don't make no sense.
okay, but like real quick, there's a scene in the beginning where like the Gold Kong or whatever is driving, and he just like puts a banana peel on the road and quite literally just kills a guy. Like dude is in like a business attire. He clearly just going to work or like probably going home or something to his wife and kids. Nah, screw that. There's a banana peel and he blows up in a fireball. And I think he kills like the person in the hut that he crashes into. I'm like, oh, okay. we could just commit murder whenever we want in this new Donk City, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, that's great. And then they're just like, oh, wow. Such great culture around here. It's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just
It was just getting off of work. He was like, I'm going to go home to my wife and kids. Oh, fuck.
He's just smiling and shit. He's having a good day and everything. Just got his coffee and everything. It's like, oh, God. And it just blows up in a... Anyway, moving on into the fight. So, alright. Good fight. FYI, Seth Rogen sucks at the voice. Don't at me. But anyway, especially when he did the laugh. God damn, he doesn't need to incorporate that into everything. Jeez. But anyway.
Bro, fucking
it's like, okay, that doesn't fit Donkey Kong. In my opinion. But, anyway, it was a good fight and everything. It was funny. That was pretty good. But then we get into, like, Mario puts on the cat suit. And we see that Donkey is just like, lol, you got the cat suit, you idiot. I'm gonna kill you now. It's like, again, spoilers, Mario just beats the living shit out of Donkey Kong with this suit on. Right. And, so that's just got me thinking, like, how do you... Okay. He beat you with that, and this is a guy who had, like, very, very minimal training in an obstacle course, and he just puts on one power-up and beats your ass. And the first thing you say is, that's a stupid power-up. I could just kill you right now. Are you telling me that this implies that you've seen this before?
Yeah,
so are you telling
shoot, guys? Lol, you know.
This is more of an assumption than anything. I'm assuming because they just have this arena built. Of course they have people fighting, right? And clearly Donkey Kong is, very good at this. So
well, yeah, his dad's like, hey, stop being a jackass and stop doing it for the crowd. But he's like, they love it. So he's clearly done this before.
He's gloating and everything, so this implies that he's fought people here before, and they've taken this power up before. So I'm going to assume that the only person around here that could do it is another, like, Kong or a gorilla, which I'd bet money on him being stronger than a base Mario, that specific gorilla. Really, any of them.
Mhm.
So him putting on, okay, it could be like, oh, he just didn't use the power up right, but it still gave like a clear physical advantage. Proof being, when at the end of the fight, Mario jumps up with Donkey Kong, flings his ass into the air, and spikes downwards and just obliterates a steel beam, and then just crashes through multiple other beams and through wooden boxes and shit, and then just slams his ass on the bottom floor and dazes him. I don't think base Mario can do that. So yeah, I think gives you an incredible strength and speed advantage. And you're telling me, like, that whooped Donkey Kong's ass. So previously, under assumption that he fought another gorilla who was already above a base Mario, put on this fursuit and was just so... What? Like, what? What'd he do? Like, he should have whooped Donkey Kong's ass physically. Would have grabbed his neck and snapped that shit. But no, apparently that one was so incompetent of how to use this power-up, even though all he had to do was swing at him and claw at him and hit him at least. That Donkey Kong just beat his ass? Like, what? I don't know.
And, like, I don't even think it's a thing of the power-up being used wrong, because Mario literally didn't even know. He was like, oh, I'm a cat. So have these guys just never seen a cat before? Because I clearly know what a cat suit is. It's just able to give him Neo powers where he's just dodging. Also, Donkey Kong should have won the fight earlier, because he eats a Mario eats a mini mushroom, right? In the middle of a fight.
Flicks him into a wall.
Yeah. Just break his spine or something, like, bruh. So, he should win there. And 2, hey, Princess Peach, the fuck did you not tell him that there are some power-ups you want, and some power-ups you don't? This is not a power-up, this is a downgrade. Like,
it's like,
could you not take the 5 minutes to be like, this one's the good one?
Yeah, it's like, hey, you know, I've been here for years, and I've been training for years as well, so I know how every power-up just works, right? And then here's a completely new guy, and then you just want to, you're just like, alright, let's begin your training. Here's all the good ones. It's not like you'll run into any later during this big battle with Bowser, even though there's like multiple fucking question blocks with these things in them. It's like, okay, you're a terrible teacher. And given, like, you just had one obstacle course, you just said, alright, just complete that, and you can beat Bowser. Okay, how unfortunate would it have been if he hit a block and a little blue mushroom came out? What are you gonna do? Say, like, no, don't eat that. You know, you could have avoided that by just telling him what the hell it does.
Be like,
you know?
Hey, here's the Tanuki suit. It allows you to fly. Right? Like, here's this one. That one's, like, top tier. If you get that, like, keep that around as long as you can. Penguin suit, yeah, go ahead. Frog suit, not as good as penguin, but okay. You know what I mean? Like, you just go down the list. Just be like, bam, bam, bam. These are bad ones. What if he had grabbed a purple mushroom?
Oh yeah, with a skull on it, he would have been like, oh, this kills my enemies. No, that just poisons you and kills you, so...
He just lays down.
Yeah, he would have never known. Like, what?
Yeah. So that doesn't work. And then we go straight to Rainbow Road. It's like, okay, cool. Bowser jumps them. The strongest army in the world, quote unquote, got just rolled by Bowser in like 5 seconds. So, with their best carts. I get it's an ambush, but like, come on, guys. We can't lose everybody. And like, they're like, oh, hey, we're going to do the wedding, everything like that. They slam into the thing with Princess Peach, and they say, hey, marry me, blah, 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 right? All the way to the wedding. Your boy King Bob-omb sits in the front row. Right? And it's a funny little scene. Yeah. He sits on this Koopa Trooper, he's like, hey, no, help me! It's like, okay, funny meme. Cool. King Bob-omb, we all love Mario 64 here, or whatever. Better than sunshine. Don't at me. But so later in this thing, Toad is able to bring her an ice flower. Are we not checking these motherfuckers at the door? I'm sorry, but like, are we not doing that?
Well, it's a woman's wedding day. She's got to prep,
Like,
give her some privacy.
Like her bouquet, like there could be a gun in there. There's something. She just pulls out the Beretta. Looks like R. Kelly.
The
Beretta. But so she gets the ice flower, immediately daps up Bowser, right? And she's just like banging everybody out with this ice thing, right? She gets a piece of like fire to get on King Bomb's head. She knows that this is a bomb, and yet King Bomb's able to be like, oh, I guess I'm dead. Like, he's able to just stand there for like a good 10 seconds. She just stands there, not doing shit. Everything kind of stops to like look at King Bomb for a second. I'm just like, bruh, hey Peach, you could like run away. You get Kamek. you could do a lot. But no, she doesn't do that. She gets blown up, loses the power up.
Yep. Gotten her own damn blast. It's like, oh, this'll work. It's like, bitch, that was the best power up. You froze Bowser. You froze everyone at this wedding. You could have gotten away. You just near unstoppable with that thing. Honestly, that was the best thing you could have at this time, other than a star. And then you're just like, oh look, big bomb. Yeah, I'm gonna stand right in front of it and just lose it. Okay. For what? Plus, you just killed the dude. He was just vibing, like he was half asleep. I think he wasn't. He's just asleep.
Yeah, he was literally asleep till the fuse got lit. Then he was like, "Oh, well, I guess I'm dead." And it's like, bro,
the sadness in his eyes. He just gives up, and he's like, "Oh," and then just dies. And I'm like, Peach, you.
Like earlier in the movie, I made the joke of like they lit a bomb at like a party. They were having a rave, and they lit up a bomb and like made it go walk away. I was like, please, no, I have a family. King Bomb literally did that on screen.
Literally, like he was freaking out, contemplating his life, and then he's just like, I accept death, and it's just, no, that we need to. I just feel bad.
Yeah. They say like Mario gets the Tanuki suit and without any training is able to fly around, save Luigi, all types of crazy shit that he should not know how to do. So obviously these power-ups don't require any input. Really? Besides just wanting it, I guess. Which is fine with me.
Yeah.
Just like we need to keep this in mind in the future. In future movies, which I know they're probably not going to do because it's a kids movie. Or well, it'll be seen that way. Then we get to the dimensional bullet.
Yep.
Yeah, they shoot this big ass bullet. It ends up going into this pipe. Spicy, describe this shit, bro. Fuck.
Basically, Mario just hits the ball, just hits the Bill in the eye, and it targets him. Honestly, Bullet Bill was probably my favorite character. Not gonna lie, he was funny, even though he had no lines. Just targets this pipe, same pipe he came out of, right? So he could have possibly just sent an actual nuke to his own, like, fucking city and blew it up with his family, right? He could have just killed them all. And I'm like, okay. But no, it eventually pops out a different way. And I'm like, you are so damn lucky that happened. it did a detour.
Yeah, it like went through like it went out of like the weird cone, like the weird like tubing in the dimension and stuff like that, and they blew up there. So like, bruh, lucky.
Yeah, it just literally like blew up like not the gateway, but like the crossroad, I guess, and just made some like temporal bullshit happen, and it sucked in like everyone, and then it just, well, wouldn't you know it, Bowser's entire flying island castle ship thing. Let's talk about that for a minute. Like, okay, this thing is, yeah, I would say probably the size of an island. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, most definitely the size of like a small island. You know what I mean? Like a small, some Gilligan's Island like shit.
Yep. And another really great main feature about this thing is it's constantly pouring lava out of the sides. Oh yeah, it also has just, yep, and it just has a damn volcano up at the top. That's cute. And guess where this giant monstrosity just ends up? Right smack dab in the middle of the Bronx. Like, bruh, okay. And this thing didn't just wasn't just teleported and then hovering in the air and slowly drop down. So you can make an argument, oh, people just walked away. No. That thing just spawned. That spawned right in the middle of the fucking road. And it blew up the bottom of the road, so it's just stuck there. And it's still lava pissing out of it. And lava really likes to grab onto things, so they're gonna have fun with that. And, screw the asphalt, too. Just screw the entire, damn city at that point. Because it's probably engulfing, a good quarter of it right now. And
there's, chemicals in lava that are toxic, so, your water supply is also damaged.
Yeah, good luck cleaning that up. Just
the ash getting in the water.
Oh yeah, and we still have the underground plumbing system that is horribly messed up right now. I don't imagine anyone fixed that just yet. We haven't seen the update on that, so I'm gonna assume it's still broken. And then this thing just pops out of friggin' nowhere, right?
Somebody's down there, he's banging on some pipes, I think I finally got it. I'm gonna be the hero that saved the city. Oh no!
And just crushed it. You know what? That would have been funny. That actually would have been really funny if someone's like, I did it! I saved New York! Ah! And then he's just crushed under a giant island and gets, oh no. Actually the lava just starts pouring down like the sewer system and he gets engulfed in it. Yeah, it would have been funny. And we just don't cut back to that guy to see if he's alive.
It starts eating, he ends up in the middle of the thing, the puddle of lava, and he's on a grate and it's slowly sinking and he's help me.
It's no, this is my chance, no. And then just cut away from that. We don't see that character again. But yeah, that didn't happen. But yeah, two things are bad. So this thing just pops there. And then Bowser comes out. He's mega pissed. And he just starts hurling cars like the Hulk and shit. And then all of a sudden Donkey Kong, Peach, Toad, they're all fighting him. He beats on Mario. And then Mario and Luigi fight him. Right.
Yeah.
Pretty epic fight scene, not gonna lie. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But they get the star. They beat his ass. And they blow up the head of his ship. Right? And then, oh god, everyone's worst nightmare. Toad, of all people, puts tiny Bowser in a jar. You don't see what happens to him. Oh good lord. Let the imagination wild, everybody.
Yeah, man. Toad's trying to make some cream mushroom soup with the boys. You know what I mean? It is.
Calm down.
You ever put a biscuit at the bottom of your bowl?
Thanks for watching the video. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to the Funky Peacock channel. Love y'all. But yeah. Oh well. Here's another thing I think we're just brushing over. So Peach is fine, right? At the end, at the end of the day, everyone's getting their photo taken. They're like, oh, they literally saved New York. Or they're in New York, right?
Yeah, they're in Brooklyn. Yeah, and they can see the
Yeah,
Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
Bridge badge.
Right. And then like, oh, they're like, oh my God, Mario, you saved you saved everybody. And this is his dad who called him quite literally just a disappointment early in the movie. And he's just like, you're amazing. You defeated a giant dragon turtle thing. All right, pause right there. Okay, we are not gonna address a literal talking gorilla with a fucking uh, tie and a talking fungi right next to him with a backpack? No? Okay. We're just going to brush that off.
We could assume that Toad is some type of weird, deformed child, right? We could cope. We could cope and get to that.
Mm-hmm.
But Bowser and Donkey Kong are right there, and we see Bowser get super small. And we also see
Yep.
Mario and Luigi turn on their RGB lights. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and fling a 1,600-pound fucking dragon man in the air and then bust his ass for like a straight minute. Yeah, we're gonna be like, oh, I'm so proud of you. By the way, how in the Lord's name did you do this? And who are these creatures? I'm actually gonna have a stroke. Like, this is beyond everything I know. Like, literally, people would just start chanting "God is dead" as soon as they just see Donkey Kong in the real world. They would scream that, and we're just brushing off like, "Hooray!" I mean, literally, Mario, the first time he saw Toad, flipped his shit. He was grabbing his chest, freaking out, having a literal heart attack. He's like, talking to me, It's like, I don't know about you, but I think he's having a really hard time breathing and comprehending what the hell is going on. And everyone's just like, oh, they're heroes. Take a picture of them. Don't question it, though. It's just... I don't know.
And like, like the thing at the end of the movie like shows like, oh yeah, they get heroes, and like Mario and Luigi are just in the Mushroom Kingdom now. So the president's gonna be here in like a week or something. Mm-hmm. The National Guard's coming in. All of this shit's getting confiscated. Princess Peach is the monarch of this country, and she's gonna have to answer for a lot of this shit. Like, bruh. Like, Joe Biden's gonna be down there. It's like, what's going on here?
Oh yeah, like aren't Peach's parents like out there somewhere? Isn't there like a missing kid file out there for her and shit?
I think it's implied that she's gonna be Rosalina's daughter, like in Mario Galaxy type shit. She's like up in the stars or some shit. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, but she came through the warp pipe and was like sucking on a binky and shit. It's like a normal little kid, and then just waltzes in. I mean, this would also imply she'd have to get into the sewer right where Mario and Luigi did to get into that specific pipe.
Oh, well, it wasn't that specific pipe whenever she was like a little kid. It was just some random pipe sitting off in the other, like somewhere else. And we can see that it's like a whole dimension in there. So it's like, it could be from anywhere in space. Which is kind of scary to think about, that you could just go into a pipe being like, oh, I'm just going to go into my little pipe like that I've never gone into before, and you're just on another planet and somebody shoots you because they're like, what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, another real quick thing is like, I don't know about y'all, but personally, I just find it kind of messed up a little bit, because it's like, so we have like when she first walks through the pipe as a baby, like they just like take care of her, right? Teach her a bunch of shit, and even train her, and then she's just like, aha, I am now the ruler. And you actually made a comment during that scene where it's like, well, you didn't pay your taxes on time, so you're gonna have to take your house. I raised you, though. I was the one that like raised you and taught you like English, and don't really care. Taxes more important. Give me house.
Yeah,
it's like, you know what? She would be doing that. She would be doing that though.
Yeah, it's like I'm raising taxes. Should have let the bitch drown. Shit, like I
Yeah.
literally.
Give me your insurance. It's
I'm gonna bust up these unions real quick. I don't quite like.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like just in case y'all guys think we hate this movie or not, something like that, we don't. It's a really fun movie. In enjoyment, it's a good like 7 out of 10. Its story and like world is whenever it starts going down. Like just the consistency and how this world like is built is a little shaky. But definitely gonna go to see Mario 2 and hope they make some more stuff like this, like Zelda and stuff in the future.
Zelda would be fire, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I kind of think they should maybe go with like a Wind Waker, like with if they're going to go with this animation studio. If they want to kind of go to someone else, like an Ocarina of Time wouldn't hurt. Maybe a Link to the
I don't know about Illumination doing a Zelda movie. I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Like maybe get I wouldn't mind seeing Studio Trigger trying out like a Zelda anime. I think that might be interesting. You know, or like a Zelda movie, but like it, they make it in Japan, dub it over here, whatever, right? Whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I'd give the Mario movie 7.5 out of 10. Again, you said story and world. I thought the world was really interesting. I thought that was pretty cool. All the references, very nice. Some weird music choices here and there. It's just like, you kind of just threw in like modern, like the most basic modern music to go over these certain scenes, and it's like, it's just, I don't know, it kind of just took it away from it. I mean, I know there's only so many limited Mario songs you could throw in, but I don't know. Just like,
you have some of the best composers in games ever at your disposal, and you're just like, no, Mr. Blue Sky for the 50 billionth time. It's like,
I mean, like, couldn't you like make? It's so doable, and I've seen it all over YouTube. People can just get a guitar and just make like rock versions of Mario songs. I'm like, is it that hard to do? Just make it like, just get one of the more uplifting ones and just, make a jamming song over that shit. Don't have to play like. I mean, I think like I need a hero kind of thing was okay, but like really just throw a more rock version of a Mario song, and I would have been fine either way. I would have been like, that's cool. That's pretty good. But
you also have Jack Black right there, who has a popular music career that could have done all these covers for you, and he could have made like a freaking Mario album or some shit.
The dude with the literal studio and multiple albums and multiple bands. Yeah, let's not talk. Let's just keep him as Bowser and tell him to shut the hell up. No, don't do anything else. It's like, he would have absolutely said yes to making like some kind of Mario track, like a more modernized one, because I don't see why you can't do that. You got Bowser playing like the original theme on a piano while talking about banging Peach. It's like, okay, you could do that. Pick up a guitar.
Yeah. Bowser was like a really good part of this film. Like Jack Black was a really great casting.
Honestly, I kept saying before this was out, I kept saying to everybody, I don't think Jack Black is a good fit for Bowser. Honestly, I didn't hear a speck of Jack Black in this at all. Like, I knew it was him, but I was thinking Bowser the whole time. I was not thinking of like the guy playing as him. That's how good he was doing. Like, I didn't even recognize him. Because I'm like, oh, is he gonna do like the Apo voice from Kung Fu Panda and shit? That's all I'm gonna think of. No, I just thought of Bowser, and that was really good. And Chris Pratt, good job. Thumbs up all the way. Now, Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not look at him and see Donkey Kong. It was just Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen, just with his natural voice in there. He did not try at all. And of course, the stupid damn laugh he does. It's like, okay, for some characters, I think that's appropriate. Like in Monsters vs. Aliens, there's Bob, the blue blob guy. I think that just fits the character personally. But with Donkey Kong, it's like I am just not seeing that really. Okay, now I'm just not seeing it. I just see Seth Rogen, and with all the other characters, I didn't see any of the actors. I just saw the characters.
Mhm.
But him, it was just a total. It was just a miss,
Yeah.
personally.
Even Diddy Kong, who was in there for like 3.5 seconds, like not even. He like literally Cranky Kong just told him to shut up, and he was like, "Oh, sorry." Like he was doing a better job than Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen had
He
like
didn't even.
three good like little line deliveries that were like really funny, and then it was like that was it.
Diddy didn't even say anything, and I liked him more than Donkey Kong. Honestly, like I was like, give me more Diddy Kong. He's funny,
Yeah.
but
Um, Charlie Day as Toad, great. Um,
yep.
whoever played Luigi did a fantastic job. Um,
I will say I would have liked to see a little bit more of Luigi,
yeah,
like just a little bit more.
definitely in Mario 2 we could do like a like a Luigi centric story, because like it was very heavily implied that like Mario is like the one who saves him, shown even like throughout, like whenever he's in the flashback scene as a kid, and he's constantly being saved by Mario, and Luigi has to come into his own. Like we see it at the end of the movie, like where he saves Mario, where he can step up. But what if he has to do that for an extended period of time?
Y-
Yeah.
You know what I'd vote for right now? A Luigi's Mansion movie.
Yeah.
100%. I'd love to see that.
Dude, EGAD would be hilarious.
Oh my, yes, throw Egad in the yeah. But we need somebody good for Egad. We gotta make sure he's the star of the show. Honestly, I'd be fine with that.
Now presenting EGAD, it's Chris Pratt. Again. Like,
There's this thing in the game though I really want to happen, and I feel like if they do that, like that movie, I put money down that they would insert this, but I'm just like I think they should because it'd be funny. But there's a little Easter egg you see in one of the Luigi's Mansion games where you go into like I think it's the attic and you see a shadow, right, of a body, and it's Luigi's body and it's hanging from the ceiling. You ever
oh
seen
yeah,
that?
yeah, I've seen that, like some haunted gaming videos
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if they insert it where it's like um Luigi goes to the attic, whatever, and he sees it like the flash of thunder, and we see in the background, he's like, "Mamma mia! Who put this really nice jacket up here?" or something
Yeah.
like that.
Who put this
I think it'd be
overcutted hat over here? Like, I don't understand.
who put this up here? It's like, oh my god, that would be awesome.
And like in the first
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion game, they specifically have like the ghosts have like kind of like backstories, stuff like that. So like the movie could have like a central theme leading into King Boo, Bowser, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, wasn't King Boo in the wedding too? Yeah, I remember.
yeah, he was
Right?
showing in the
He's
back.
off on the left.
Yeah, he was showing in the
Yeah,
back.
so there you go. Potential.
Yeah. You know, you could do. I think it'd be funny, like Bob on Battlefield. Now that the king is dead, they just start having a civil war. Like, I think that could be a funny joke. Like, yeah, we had to help sort the Civil War against the pink bombs and the black bombs. But it's,
Hmm.
you know, that could be funny.
Oh yeah.
Um, you know, we have Sunshine. You could do some things with the Superstar Saga games, Mario RPG. You know, Mario Land. We have like you're talking about Daisy. You're in,
Yep.
and yeah, you know, obviously they're hinting at Galaxy eventually. I kind of want Galaxy to
Hmm.
be like the end game though, or like the Infinity War, and like get like 3 or 4 movies in. You know, before we get like blow our load in Galaxy. Like the only place you go after Galaxy is like Smash.
Yeah. Um. Also, need to put Bowser Jr. in the second movie because like I noticed like their Bowser's technology is extremely like high tech and everything, and I can see multiple of Junior's like clown cars just flying around. Well, I know Bowser already had clown cars in one of the games, but I think it would just be like I don't know. I just really want them to insert him and just be like, oh, who makes all this shit? Oh, it's just Junior, and he has like a big room to himself, and he just tinkers around and just makes this stuff for fun. And like, oh, who built those cards? I don't know. I know damn well the Koopas didn't do that. No, I think you should get Junior out there,
Eh.
and then
Shout out all
something
the other
like,
Koopa
oh,
kids because they don't matter. Like, come on, no one
yeah,
cares about those kids.
and they could barely hold a spear. Like, I don't. They ain't making those shits. Like, I know he's doing that in the background, and and then I want Junior to just go out and like save his father from the the jar.
Yeah.
So I think that would be cool.
Yeah. We could definitely do Sunshine for number 2. Like, I think that could be an easy one. It's like, oh, you know, because they imply they're rebuilding like what got destroyed from the Mushroom Kingdom and stuff like that, and then Mario wants to take a
Yeah,
vacation, so we go to Aya Pinata, you know what I mean, or whatever, and deal with that shit. And it's like, oh, here's
yeah.
Shadow Mario doing his, you know, stuff.
Oh yeah, something like that. Um, I don't know. I'm thinking like they got this one. They'll do two. It would be kind of difficult, I think, doing like. I'm sure you could like throw Junior, maybe Daisy, and just have Luigi be involved. If we throw in Daisy, that means Luigi's going to be involved a bit more,
Yeah,
right? And then Junior would probably be like the next villain, but I would also like Rosalina to come in too, but that would also mean you could also be like, oh, we'll save Rosalina stuff for like the third movie,
yeah.
but I'm worried like, if you don't throw her in now, because it's like, what if the second movie just gets a bad rap and they're like, oh, we're not going to do three because the other one did bad, but don't worry, we got Luigi's Mansion. I feel like that's something I'm predicting might happen.
Oh, I
So I'm
bet the
just like,
second movie's been greenlit, and as soon as that's done, like, there's no. As soon as that movie comes out, it's gonna make its budget back, and then it's just gonna like pass on, right? Like, unless they get into some type of controversy, like Lightyear or something like that, if they just steer
yeah.
clear of any like controversial things or elements that some countries wouldn't like or anything, and like anything with
Hmm.
sexuality or anything, they'll be fine. They'll make money. It's like a lot of people aren't going to Disney right now. A lot of people, um, Puss in Boots was great. You know, like Pixar's DreamWorks is kicking it out of the park. So as long as they're not sitting right next to DreamWorks for Shrek 5, which Shrek 5 is probably going to make quite a bit of money, because it's Shrek 5, you know.
Which I'm excited for. Yeah.
Yes, After the Last Wish, I am completely down for. Um,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Um, yeah, I think we really should we have Luma and stuff like that, and we could explore a little bit with it in movie 2. But I think movie 3 should be Rosalina. Like we can have like
Yeah.
inklings and stuff like that, but nothing too substantial in the movie too, because there was a lot in this movie. Like,
Oh yeah.
bro, we went from like fighting Donkey Kong to carts to like the big climactic battle, like bam, 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 dude. You know?
It was just very quick. If they felt like they had to throw in every reference possible in this movie to be like, all right, we've set it all up, and it's like, well, you may have set it up. But you kind of threw in so many elements. It was like a little. It felt extremely fast paced. You know, you blinded me with how many references there were, which I appreciate. It was cool, but like, dude, back up. You're already greenlit for two. I, I imagine right now.
Oh yeah.
So I think you could have saved a couple things.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I'd like it to be somewhat like we got Mario 1, 2, 3, and then Luigi's Mansion. But at the same time, um, I don't know. I feel like it should be like Mario 2, and then Luigi's Mansion, and then 3. But at the same time, that again is like a weird order of things. I don't know. I just really want a Luigi's Mansion movie, honestly. I just want
Definitely
that
need
to
one.
be,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be good. Because it's so easy to set up, you know? It's so easy. You know, just, oh, Luigi, like, how you doing with all the plumbing business? I haven't talked to you in a while. And he's like, well, Mario, I invested everything we had, and I bought a mansion. And it's just like, I just literally go there for a vacation. It's literally the fucking plot for Luigi's Mansion 3. But instead of all like, probably don't throw in all those weird ghosts we see in the third game. Just
Yeah.
make up some like newer ones, kind of thing.
Like yeah, like
But
take some from the series past, but like it's a King Boo movie. Let's just be on, like, you know what I mean. It's King
it's
Boo.
got to be King Boo.
Like
Yeah.
you can have like some mini bosses and stuff like that. You know, like Luigi has to go through certain hallways or something. But this is also probably only going to be like an hour and 30-minute movie. Just like this one was like
Yeah.
an hour and 24 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Slow down, take some of this stuff out, and just replace it with just good character stuff with Egad and Luigi, stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
some good jokes, and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Plus, like, also, I feel like if it was, we got the basis set up with 1, and then in 2, we get, like, the Bowser Jr. shit, and Mario has to figure out, like, new ways of taking him down, because it's just he's way more technologically advanced than anything they've seen from Bowser, and then a little help from Daisy, whatever the hell she's gonna do. And then I would insert, like, um, they're both learning power ups, but then in Luigi's Mansion, this is where we're like, all right, Luigi, you gotta save Mario. You gotta save him. And then he's like, oh, but there are no power ups here. And then we realize he's just talking to Egad, and he gives him all these cool gadgets to help, get him ahead as sort of a replacement for the power ups.
Mhm.
And then in the third movie, we see like Mario is more of a master with power ups, but Luigi is more advanced with the technology and a little bit of power ups, right? And so they're on more of like an even ground now, just in different ways. They don't have to be like exactly the same. Because he's got his vacuum pack, he's got Gooigi, and like whatever the animators want to or the directors want to throw in to be in like Luigi's arsenal. And then in movie 3, we get like some cosmic Rosalina stuff, right? And there's a big bad, whoever that could be. And then it's like, oh, the combination of Mario with the big power ups now that he's learned from 1 and 2 are being used here, and then Luigi with some of those power ups, but mostly the gadgets would come in handy. And then bada boom, we got like 2 amped up characters to set up to fight the big bad. So I think it could work like that.
Definitely. And then, you know, obviously, since this did really well for Nintendo, hopefully, I'm saying with big hopefully, because Nintendo doesn't like money till it does, right? Till it comes to being greedy, then Nintendo loves money, right? Or like being lazy.
Mm-hmm.
We need Metroid. I mean,
Yes, we need Metroid.
we have Metroid Prime 4 coming out sometime in the next fucking millennia. You know what I mean? You know, sometime, right? We have obviously Metroid Prime, you know, Zelda, Pokemon, Game Freak. Like, you made one bad CGI movie. Like, Mewtwo Strikes Back looks like dog shit. Like, come on, you can do better than that. You have these new characters. You could have a new movie that, you know, starts off our Pokemon adventure with, you know, the new characters, and maybe writes off Ash. You know, like maybe give him like, you know, some, you know what I mean, something in there. It would sell. You know, like Pokemon New Beginnings. You know, whatever, right? Um, you've got Fire Emblem. People love Fire Emblem for the story and stuff like that. Uh, Chrono Trigger. Like, obviously, that's a Square Enix game, but like same difference. You know what I mean? Like, you could do a lot with it. What's some other Nintendo franchises that would do good?
Man, I was about to say Sonic, but that's
Might as well buy Sonic at this point, bro.
um,
Could make a Professor Layton movie. That could be fun.
Yeah, something like that. I'm trying to think. What about Kirby?
Oh yeah, Kirby, bro. It's Kirby. Like that would sell. Like, come on.
Dude, that would break the bank. Like, yeah, we'd get that out. Oh, you know what I want to see? I want to see a Punch Out movie. I love Little Mac.
Dude, Doc Lewis.
Like,
what if we get like a Doc Lewis movie?
Yes.
And then like Little Mac walks
That
in
would
at
be
the end of the
awesome.
movie, and it's like Punch Out.
And honestly, I just really want I would also really like just a Donkey Kong movie, but I want you to, you know how Rock banned the Shazam actor from appearing anywhere near Black Adam's set or whatever? Yeah, I want you to do the same with Seth Rogen. Do not let him touch that Donkey Kong, okay? I don't care. I don't care if it's like connected to the Mario world. No, you're gonna ditch that actor. Sorry. Like, I don't have many problems with you, Seth. It's just you didn't sell it for me for Donkey Kong. You just don't touch him.
Yeah.
Okay? Get anybody else. Anybody.
Please don't mess up King K.
You know?
Rool. Like, please. Like, you know what I mean? Please give us a good actor for him.
King K. Rool would kick ass. And then you could even like have Donkey Kong like reference him, and he's just like, "Didn't I fight you before?" And he's like, "No, I don't think so." Oh, sorry. I guess all reptilians look the same to me. And then it turns into like racism.
Like
and then King K. Rool
type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's when King K. Rool just puts on his boxing glove, and he's like, "You want to say that to me again, buddy?" It's like,
I think it'd be funnier if he pulls up the gun.
Oh, the coconut gun just bashes his head in.
Well, no, it's his blunderbuss, dude. Like, he just literally has a gun.
Oh, you mean that thing? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Donkey Kong, Metroid. That, you know, like we already have Castlevania. That's more of a Konami thing, but still, like we have that in the already in the works. And you know, Kirby. I think Kirby could definitely do what is it, like a Kirby Superstar or whatever? The one,
something like that.
Like it's like all those mini games in one, and it leads into like a story where that one guy wants to become time itself or some shit. Like,
yeah,
I think that could be cool.
Oh, you know, if they bust out Meta Knight in a Kirby movie,
yeah.
the first trailer you drop for it you need to put Meta Knight in there. I guarantee you, I guarantee you're gonna break the fucking internet with that. Because Meta Knight is like somewhere it's like, he's a cool character or whatever, but I know it. As soon as the Kirby fans are watching that, they see Meta Knight, they're like, I'm instantly gonna go see this movie. I am going to see this movie if he's in it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just there for Kirby. You love Meta Knight. I know you do.
Like you can make all the little Kirby's like friends, like the animal friends that help him out and all that stuff talk. Cause like don't make Kirby speak. Don't give him a voice. Right?
No, I don't want him speaking. He didn't speak in like his cartoon series or anything. He just ate shit. And there was like I think Meta Knight and like a couple other characters that kind of spoke for him. And then it's like that it worked. And that's usually how it works in the game. Anyway, so or cartoon. So I don't know why you can't do that in a movie form. I know there's like some people are not okay with like having a mute lead, but it's like I feel like that's just purely irrelevant if the story is good and the other characters are good as well. You ever seen like Primal? Remember that? It's like it's with the caveman and the dinosaur, and they're just like nobody talks, but the story is so good they don't need to talk. It's beautiful on its own. So I don't see why they don't just don't make Kirby talk.
Yeah.
And just do what they
just
did.
Make his animal friends talk. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like Kirby's like Poyo, and like everyone just kind of understands him like Chewie. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Boom.
Pretty much.
You know, Kirby makes friends. He does all this cool stuff. Have him fight King Dedede. Have Meta Knight show up. You know, in like the trailer, you can just have his mask, like Meta Knight's mask, come on screen for a second, and it's like, oh, bro. Mm-hmm. I mean, and you got the money. Here's your money. There you go. Like, I don't think Splatoon would make a very good movie. Pikmin would.
Nah.
Pikmin would make a fire film. It'd be funny.
You could make a whole like universe with Pikmin, unironically. Like you could make a lot of good storytelling with that. Now I know like this is like near impossible to do, but I think I would really like a Super Smash Bros. Movie. Because, alright, so I know you have to grab like all the rights to the characters and everything. You got to get the okay from like 1,000 different people to do that. But I think it's fully possible because if you remember, like in Brawl, right, they had like a full story with all the characters you wouldn't see next to each other, and they just be doing shit. And I'm like, it's like they all just know each other, and some of these people don't know each other, and they just instantly like fight. And then it's like, okay, we just settled our differences. Now you're part of my team. And they just started making all these little teams, and then making bigger teams until they all came together to fight Master Hand. And then we see like Ganondorf and Bowser. Ganondorf betrays Bowser, beats his ass, and I'm like, dude, you can make something with that. There's already a really good story going on just in the story mode.
I think
here.
It was called Subspace.
Just turn it into a movie.
Like
yeah, with the subspace and everything, dude. Like just have them cross over in the subspace, and they're like, "Whoa, what's this place?"
Yo,
we got split up from the rest of the group. We got to fight our way through it. It's like, yes, do that.
This isn't like a Nintendo property, but we need like an animated Metal Gear movie really bad. Like,
I agree,
dude. Imagine just the cool spy shit you could do, and then just like fucking nonsense you could be doing in a fucking Metal Gear movie.
Now I know people like Raiden, or Raiden, whatever. He's like the top G right now, but we gotta remember Solid Snake. He's a way more like movie, like main character movie material to me. Like he's just easier to do.
Yeah. Like you could make a prequel movie of those games that like on the NES and like the MSX or whatever that no one plays, that like everyone just gets the like story from like YouTube videos and shit. Just make those into anime. Like show me how Gray Fox got to the way he is. Right? I mean, like, all these things we're talking about, and maybe show us a little bit of Liquid. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the movie, like doing
Yeah.
something, or Colonel Campbell is like chilling at his house or something, and what's the name of the guy? It's Miller. Never mind. It's Miller that Liquid kills and like disguises himself as. My bad. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
This might work, but maybe a Wario movie.
Oh yeah, Wario Land. He has his own series of films. He went to like another dimension to get that bag. Like,
Yeah.
literally summoned a genie to get that bag, bro. Like he's getting.
I think that is definitely a future project. Not gonna lie, that could definitely work.
Like WarioWare, where he like runs a tech business. That could be like a little short like TV series or something. 13 episodes.
You gotta have Waluigi in there, man.
Nah, they didn't put him.
That's what people really want.
If he's not in Smash Bros, he doesn't matter.
What? Hey, hang on a minute. You know how many of us fought for the right to have Waluigi in there, man?
And what did you win?
Said they were
Nothing.
like, here's Sora. It's like, get that shit out of here.
Where did it lead you? Back to me.
Back to me. No. Get him out of here.
Back to Mickey.
Oh, I gotta check if this character is Nintendo.
Yeah, like just all these things, bro. And I think this is a great gateway. Sonic, it really needs to get rid of the human characters and just focus on Sonic. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is.
Like I get if. Well, okay. Sometimes I'm like, all right, was the problem like budget? Because I do know it takes a lot of money and time and work in order to get a character like Sonic next to a human character, or even to make the whole world, right? It's like this, the Mario movie. This was incredibly difficult to make. Everything is animated, everything is 3D, everything just took a lot of time. And I get that. I mean, the Sonic budget was a little lack, so they had to throw in like some human characters. But if you just get some time and I just don't throw human characters in it, and don't spin it and try to get rid of Eggman. No, keep Eggman. He's fine. Actually, you know what? Animate him too. I don't care. Just do that. It's fine.
Like just stick with animation from this point on. Like there's things like a Metal Gear where you can go ahead and make those live action up until like Revengeance, which would be hard, but you could still do. You could do. I wouldn't like it as much. If it was good, obviously I'd like it, but like Metal, freaking Metroid, I think you could potentially do live action. Like, I would rather you just do animation. Not like Illumination animation. Go to like Studio Trigger or like DreamWorks or something. Go and get a style. You know what I mean for it. This is sci-fi space.
Yeah.
Make it where you can integrate it into that style. Like, it's got elements of that Illumination bounciness. So that whenever we go to the Smash Brothers movie, everything kind of looks consistent across the board, because I don't want like a super busy character design for Samus and then we have just Mario.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Samus is a very simple design. Like most Nintendo characters have a really simple design. It's like a couple basic colors and like a suit. Little Mac is just wearing shorts, bro. Like, come on. Little Mac is out here wearing shorts.
Man, just saying, if you did a Little Mac thing, you could do a lot of fun stuff with that, man. Not all the characters themselves just like they're funny. They have interesting designs. Little Mac himself already has a good story going for him. I mean, like people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's just animated Rocky. That's what it is." Well, just make it fun and vibrant, and it's fine. And you know what you could do? Final boss, Mike Tyson.
He's back.
Who voices him?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. That would be awesome. Mike Tyson voicing himself in a Nintendo cartoon movie. That would be great.
Yeah. And like, I get that like they have like nowadays people are very sensitive to stereotypes, but like everyone in Punch Out gets represented. No one is safe. Fucking Piston Honda is bowing in the middle of his match. Fucking the guy from Arabia is pulling some genie shit. Right? Super Macho Man is literally got the cameras flashing back. Super Macho Man. Like doing some dumb shit and then you just clock him in the jaw. Glass Joe is Glass Joe. Like, come on. Right? Tree Hugger is just a fat dude from Canada. And then we got like King Hippo. Who's gonna be offended? He's from an unknown island. It's like, but the natives, shut the fuck up. Let's have fun. Just a big guy. A gut. He puts a little something on his belly button. Like a freaking manhole on his belly button. It's like, which is cheating. Like, I would love to see Little Mac like that's cheating, right? Nah, it's legal. Back in 1963, like, I have to punch that? Yes.
Yeah, back in 1963, I put a roll of quarters in my glove and would one-shot people.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Oh, wait. That would be funny. Yeah, do that in the Punch-Out movie. Someone puts like a thing of quarters in their fucking glove.
Well, that Irish dude just puts a brick in his glove. He just puts a brick in it.
Even better.
It's just using it as a mace and stuff like that. But
Mac just gets hit by it, gets dazed, and he's like, "This guy's tough." No, he ain't. Look at his glove. It's just,
brick.
I'm like, "Oh, it's a brick." He's like, "Oh, damn. Sorry, my brain's shaking a little bit. I'll go take care of that." And he just like breaks his arm or something.
No, he punches the brick so hard it breaks, and it's like,
oh yes, oh no, wait, he headbutt. Wait, there's actually a tactic in boxing. You can headbutt their punch and like break their fucking knuckles. I think he should do that. I think he should headbutt the brick and then just shatter the brick in his hand. He's like, I give up. It's
like
I did it, Doc, and he passes out.
That could be the fight. Like in Punch Out lore, Mr. Sandman, like whenever he loses to Little Mac, he gets fucked up really bad, just like Doc Lewis got fucked up. Stuff like that. And like he starts having to cheat and stuff like that because he can't keep up anymore because he's injured. Stuff like that. And that could be the reason, like at the end of Punch Out Wii, Little Mac just like puts up. Like, I won. I'm good. I'll do a couple like champion things, but like that's about it. I'm good. I proved I could do it. Like me and Doc, we talked about it. After that, get out because you'll get hurt. You know what I mean? Like once you get too old to do it, and that could be like a sustainable injury that like as the fights wear on in Punch Out 2 that he's like having to deal with. Stuff like that, but he finds like a new creative passion or he finds a new rookie train, and it's like the blonde guy from like the other Little Mac, like the blonde one from the other thing, and if we call him Littler Mac. There's some dumb shit like that, you know what I mean? Doc Lewis, put that shit out in February, Black History Month, W. You know what I mean? Everybody out, what I mean?
I think another one could be Kid Icarus.
Oh, yeah. Kid Icarus, go ahead and give it its thing. It's like Greek mythology mixed with anime. It'll sell.
Oh, yeah.
People love Uprising, but you have to have some stupid like peripheral to make it work. And it's like, bro, I'm not buying that shit.
Right. I mean, Kid Icarus would do amazing as an anime, and so would Zelda. And
Star Fox.
there's actually there's actually okay, yep, Star Fox too. I vouch for that. But there's actually like a short little movie thing that's in one of the Smash Bros. Things that you can click on, and it's literally just Link versus Pit anime style. And I'm like, this is amazing. Like, it looks fantastic, and I never thought about it, but I'm like, honestly, those two ultimate crossover right there. I love that idea. Put those two together. It makes sense. But if you want to make either of those an anime, 100% you can. Just use that style and just go with it. I think it would 100% work. Yeah. It'd be great.
And like each anime season of Zelda could be like its own. Every 3 seasons we switch animation style, so you can have multiple seasons being in production at once. Right? So it's like, here's, Link to the Past, then here's Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and all this stuff. Like, boom, 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 Skyward Sword. You get the Skyward Sword team to obviously work on Twilight Princess, just lighten up the color palette a little bit, you know what I mean? Very similar styles. And then just get the Zelda timeline down right. 4 Swords would be fucking hilarious. Like, 4 Swords would be so stupid as fuck because it's all 4 links just be different parts of each other. Like, I read the 4 Swords manga and it was great. Games like Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass would get the love for their stories that they deserve, and like some much needed like fixing, because I like Phantom Hourglass, but fuck, sometimes the Phantom Hourglass sucks. like, you know. Like, obviously Star Fox, because I about forgot about that one. Like, we gotta throw that in there, obviously.
Yeah, Star Fox, pretty good.
Banjo could be pretty funny. Like, it's a very self-referential like game series, stuff like that. But it could be fun.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
And like, obviously we could start getting other things coming out after Nintendo 60 is, Nintendo is like a more kid-friendly brand that we like, associate with kid-friendly stuff like that. But we could start seeing things like Halo, and not the Halo that we saw a couple of years back. Please, not that one, but like an actual like animated Halo show. Because like, we know Red versus Blue works. I mean, it's been going on for like 15 years. So a Halo show could work. A Fable show could work.
You said Fire Emblem earlier.
Fire Emblem.
That could, if you have Ike and Marth in there, that'd be cool.
Fire Emblem. Advanced Wars, I know, is like a bunch of stuff, but like, obviously the war in Ukraine and like some other tensions and stuff might not. Like, I know we don't talk about the war in Ukraine anymore, but that might put a hamper on like how much that thing would make, even though Bowser just declared war on. Like, there would be some dissonance between people because Advanced Wars actually has tanks and it's called Wars. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see a problem with it, but like, somebody would have a problem with it. Be like, you're so insensitive because of the new war in bloody blah stand or some shit. Like, no one fucking cares.
What's that? What's that one game? Like the little gypsy girl.
Oh, Shantae.
And Shantae, isn't she Nintendo?
She's Way Forward Games. Way Forward Technologies. But like, Shantae could definitely, like, they have done crossovers with Studio Trigger, There could be a Shantae anime. It's a fun little game series.
Yeah. I think a movie about her would be kind of cool.
She turns into an elephant, like by accident one day. Like she makes the wrong dance move, turns into an elephant, crashes into something. Risky Boots is there. Golden Axe could make a pretty good movie. Like, very basic story, but good enough.
Oh yeah, hey, Golden
It's a
Axe.
deep cut, but like,
Yeah,
you can do something with it.
You can, yeah. I'd vote for an R-rated because I think it would work really well as an R-rated, or at least a PG-13.
Yeah, it's a fighting game, bro. Like it's a beat 'em up. You gotta do it. A Double Dragon movie would be hilarious. Just walking down the street beating people. The cops are just like, I sure do love being on my lunch break. Assault and battery. Go off, game.
War crimes. Ha ha.
We can obviously get back into like the Street Fighter movies. Like they had some animated films from back in the day that were pretty interesting. You'd have like a whole Street Fighter, but like once these studios realize that making faithful adaptations to the games, don't put any new like politics stuff in there. Don't do any of that stuff. Just make an adaptation. And like I mean this for both sides when I said that politics thing, because I know someone's gonna be like, you just don't want it to be woke or you don't want it to be red pilled. No, I don't want either. Take what the games did, add a little flavor in there, you know what I mean? Add a little stuffing, a little filler, all that stuff like that, and give us the cool set pieces we see in the games. And they'll sell.
Yep.
Because you know what the barrier to entry for a movie is? Sitting your butt down and watching it. Or like money. The barrier for entry for a video game story is playing the game. Unless you're The Last of Us, then you can just watch the game. Just sit there and watch the movie. Like, bro, come on.
What's that? Animal Crossing?
Oh, Animal Crossing. Yeah, there was an Animal Crossing movie we never got over here. So you could do that again. Like, just bring it over here.
I feel like if they had to choose, somebody in the Nintendo office is like, oh, remember ARMS? Yeah, let's do a movie about that. And it's like, bitch, I said Punch Out, not ARMS. It's like, but it was a good game. Nobody bought that game. Nobody.
Dude, we're gonna get a Xenoblade movie before we get an ARMS movie. Come on, bro.
Literally. I'm gonna be honest. I think some of the ARMS characters are good. Like, I think they have potential to have like stories, almost like Street Fighter characters. But god damn, they're just so weird. This is weird. The game sucked. It's just, I don't know. It just lacks potential now. But
if they were gonna make anything for the competitive scene, it'd be Splatoon.
Yeah, I don't even want that.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if they were gonna like do some stuff like that, obviously I'd want Xenoblade and every other film we've talked about before I see either of those come up in my feed. I'd be like, bro, you're wasting your time with Splatoon. I'll watch this, but like, this better be some gas or like, it's a no-go from me, Chief.
I think if Splatoon becomes a movie, it's gonna be ass. But just, I don't know, a weird thought. Would it work better as an anime?
Yeah, Splatoon would, like, as an episodic story where it's like,
because they kind of already look like anime characters to me, so it's like you don't have to try that hard, and
yeah. with the rise of CG animation, you just take those models, put some shaders on them, and you get like the Trigun anime, which doesn't look perfect, but it's getting there.
Yeah. Um,
Bayonetta could be its own movie. It's like Bayonetta.
oh yeah, yep.
Devil May Cry.
That would do.
Fucking.
And a Bayonetta movie would be kind of lit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's why I suggested it, bro. I'm like, that could be interesting.
Like, I remember just watching the cutscenes and shit. I'm like, it's kind of badass. Like, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Like, just a lot of those action games that have like a very different skill, like ceiling and floor. Like the skill floor for like one of those action games is a lot higher than most games. You know what I mean? Because it's like the combo system and all this stuff, and you got to be thinking about the story while you're thinking like, oh, I can devil trigger into L3 plus 5 different button combinations. You know what I mean? Stuff versus if we made it a film or like a series, whatever.
I know it's a little controversial, but I think we need a Piranha Plant movie.
I think that's the end of the video.
Okay, look, I'm just saying they had the nerve to put him in Smash Bros as his own separate character instead of fucking Crash Bandicoot or Waluigi. But that's just me. Just might as well make a movie for him. Screw it,
bro. A Spyro movie kind of hit, but like whatever. Yeah.
Oh shit! You know what? A Skylanders movie or something like a Spyro.
Yeah, you could go into Skylanders with that because Chaos was fun. Come on, he was a fun villain. He was like, I am Chaos.
Oh, he was great, but I mean, like they did a show about it, but it was so mid that they just forgot about it and dropped it all.
Yeah. Didn't want to put a lot of effort into
Nah.
it. But yeah, like Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, any of like the Ratchet and Clank movie from the other thing was not very good. Like, come on, and then the reboot game wasn't all that great either. So, But like Jack and Dexter, and just a lot of these like little franchises that have just short, pretty contained stories. You know what I mean? The problem with like Mario and Pokemon and stuff like that, it's just ever expanding at like an extreme rate. But like we get like a Ratchet and Clank game like once or twice a generation, dude. It's not that big. It ain't that deep. You know what I mean? Like we get a Halo game like every like 10 years. Where you can make like a ton of stories with this. But yeah. But yeah, besides that, I think that's the end of the video.
Yeah.
Subscribe to my boy Spicy, link, iCard or whatever. And yeah.
Appreciate it.